What's up, YouTube? It is Unk
and Neph
coming back at you with another reaction video. This video we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna actually combine 3 separate content creators with the same topic. Okay, so we're gonna follow a format of true McDonald's horror stories, all animated, and we're gonna put them all together so you guys can get a whole feel of how we did that.
no Big Macs.
Yeah, no Big Macs, no fries, okay? Because we don't do McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? But make sure you guys comment and subscribe. Leave us a like on the video if this is the type of content you guys want to see from us. If you have any content ideas, please make sure you leave those down in the description area. I mean, in the comment area. We'll be glad to check it out. And if we use your content, we'll definitely give you a shout out, and we'll put your YouTube information right on the screen. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this video. I don't know how we're gonna react to animated, so this is our first time. We never really did anything animated. I mean, how scary can animation be? You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. At least they short and sweet. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Woo! They already got a disclaimer up on the screen. Oh man. Oh, let me just get myself ready just in case. Whew. All right, let's go. Okay, so the first video is from Horror Shorts Party. Yeah, Horror Shorts Party is the first video.
This happened to me when I was working at McDonald's. My boss assigned a schedule amongst our staff. I was unfortunately scheduled for the night shift on Fridays. I didn't usually mind, as we didn't get a whole lot of business around this time of night. My boss was pretty laid back and didn't mind if I went on my phone during business hours.
Wait, doesn't the characters look like Family Guy characters? Yeah, that looks like some the art. Whoever the artist is for Family Guy, look like they drew this.
So long as I got all my work done. I remember dozing off repeatedly due to the fact that I wasn't fully acclimated with the night shift hours. Psst. That's when I heard someone making a psst sound. The kind of sound you make when you try to draw someone's attention. I notice a customer trying to make an order outside, so I quickly greet them with my usual, "Hi, welcome to McDonald's, may I take your order?" I then heard a man say, "1 Whopper, please?" "Yes, I would like 1 Whopper, please." I couldn't tell if he was being a smartass or not, so I ended up saying, "This isn't Burger King, sir. We don't serve that here." I heard him chuckling profusely after I said that. I quickly checked the security camera, only to see a clown. The clown was standing in front of the drive-thru menu without a car. It's not Halloween, why the hell is this guy dressed up like that? I really didn't want to serve this guy, so I decided to use our company policy as a plausible excuse for him to exit the premises. "Hi sir, unfortunately you need to be in a vehicle in order to purchase something here." "If you don't have a Whopper, I'll take a Baconator instead." I now could tell this guy was some random psycho harassing me. I instinctively yelled, "Get the hell out of here before I call the cops!" I cautiously stick my head up.
That wasn't an instinct, bro. You was scared. That was not an instinct. That's some you do when you scared, bro.
Out the window, only to see the clown no longer there. A couple hours later, near the end of my shift, I notify my boss and fellow employees regarding the situation. They all dismiss my accusations by saying ignorant things like, "Did you get his autograph?" Or, "It was probably some guy that thought it was Halloween." I annoyingly pretend to be amused and head home. The following Friday, it was my time to work the night shift again. I really dreaded working this shift, especially after what transpired that day. I tried to convince myself that it would be highly unlikely that I'd encounter that clown again. As time went on, I remember dozing off as I get startled by another psst sound. I urgently check the security camera, but don't see anyone present. At this point, I genuinely thought I was hearing things due to my subconscious mind thinking about the clown. My paranoia must have been at the peak of its height. That's when I turned my head towards the drive-thru window, only to see the clown staring dead at me. If you don't make me a Big Mac, I will kill you. Trevor. My heart sank to my stomach. The clown knew my name. I immediately grabbed my cell phone to call the cops, but my hands were trembling so much that I actually wasn't capable of dialing anything. The clown started banging his head on the glass while screaming my name, Trevor, repeatedly. Trevor, 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 I am not loving it! Trevor, 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 Trevor! I see blood dripping down from his head. I started shouting from the top of my lungs, leave me alone or I will call the cops! The clown runs away as another car approaches the drive-thru lot. I stupidly resume work and wait for my boss to come in. Upon his arrival, I explain the entire situation to him. He then dismisses me by saying, don't sweat it, kid. It was probably some drunk.
Got the cut on top of his head. What?
As he was talking, I noticed a cut on his forehead. I could even see blood start to drip from it. No. It can't be. Goodbye, Trevor! No.
Nah, my boss would have caught these hands. He would have caught these hands. No, bruh, what?
No!
Two pieces of fries.
What? Alright, let's jump into the next one. The next one is kind of on the same premise, but it's by a different content creator called Mort. We'll make sure to leave the links to all the channels in the description of our video, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into this one.
I've been working at Mcdonald's now for over 5 years, and this is still my creepiest experience there. This happened 2 years ago when I was 18, and I had been working my first overnight shift on front counter. I usually work in the kitchen on overnights, so I had no interactions with any of the customers until then. I was working from 10 p.m. until 6 a.m., which is a usual overnight shift for us. Around 3 a.m. I was making some fries when I noticed a man standing there and trying to take pictures with his cell phone of me and my other female coworker, Rebecca. I pointed it out to her and she just rolled her eyes in annoyance and went to take an order in drive-thru, telling me it happened a lot. I was instantly uncomfortable. I wanted to tell the manager, but he was in the office doing his manager stuff and I didn't want to bother him. I went over with what I felt was a nervous smile, and quickly did my usual greeting. Hello, what can I get for you? He just kinda looked at me and stayed quiet. He was about 5'8", white, early 20s, medium build with dark hair and brown eyes. An average man, I would say, but something about his piercing glare made me feel super uncomfortable. Then he smiled, a smile that sent shivers down my spine. I'll just have a coffee. Black, sweetie. He said, and I could instantly smell alcohol on his breath. I nodded and told him the price before he pulled out a $5 bill and went to hand it to me, making sure our hands touched. I avoided his gaze and went to hand back his change when he winked at me and went to go wait for his coffee. I went to go make it as fast as I could, but, just my luck, we were out of coffee on both the front counter and the drive-thru, as we don't sell much through the night. I turned around and kept as little eye contact as I possibly could. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to brew you a fresh pot. Should only take about 3 minutes. Don't worry, I don't mind. I have quite the view while I wait. He replied.
Oh Lord, what a creep!
Shooting me a wink. I just smiled awkwardly and looked away. I had to make sure I didn't fall behind on my shift, so I began to set up the muffins on the display so we had them all ready for—
Wait, where's she getting the muffins from? What? Wait. Where's she getting the muffins from, though?
Breakfast, which starts at 4 a.m. in Canada. So, Susan, I heard behind me, realizing it was the guy. I instantly tensed, wondering how he knew my name before I noticed I had my name tag on and quietly cursed to myself. I turned around and looked at him, and he said, "What time are you stuck here until tonight, beautiful?" I instantly panicked as I didn't do well in these situations. 7, I said nervously, which then the guy gave me a huge grin. "Oh, so you still have time before you're off, eh?" I nodded and noticed the coffee was done pouring, so I went over and made his coffee as he watched me with an intense stare. I handed it to him before saying, "Have a nice night," earning me another wink. He then waved and said as he turned around, "I'll see you later, Susan." I watched as he walked out the door and tried to calm myself down. He doesn't actually know when I'm off, so I'm okay. I thought to myself. 6 a.m. rolled around, and it was finally time to go. I still felt a little paranoid about the guy, but I knew it was now in the past. My coworker Chris was going to drop me off at home as we carpooled, so we got our stuff together and left. As we were heading to his car, I noticed a parked car with someone in it, and of course, it was the guy. I panicked and quickly told Chris that was the guy, as I had told him what happened not long ago. He instantly brought me into his coat and did his best to keep me hidden as we walked quickly to his car. He made sure no one followed the car, dropped me off, and watched as I went inside, telling me to stay safe. I thanked him before going into my house and going to bed. The next day, I went into work and got asked by my manager how I got home. I told them Chris gave me a ride. My manager looked confused and said something that made my blood run cold. "Oh, that's strange, because some guy was here looking for you just before 7. He said he was here to pick you up." I thought before that the man's intentions weren't good. Just the way he looked at me and spoke to me, like I was prey. And this pretty much confirmed it. Since then, I have refused to work front counter overnight shift, and we no longer wear our name tags overnight.
Hey, just jump into the next video. Yo.
Same.
Okay, this is also by Horror Short Party. Okay, Shorts Party.
In 2016, I went to a McDonald's with my friend who we'll call Ashton for privacy reasons. On this night, we had just seen a movie with his girlfriend, and after the movie, we all got hungry, so we decided to hit up our local McDonald's to go grab a bite. It was nearing midnight, so there were barely any cars out at this time. We went to the McDonald's, ordered our food, and sat down at a table. Ashton and his girlfriend were sitting down facing me, and I was facing them.
What is that?
As we were eating, I see a middle-aged man sitting about 2 tables across from us with a little boy that looked to be about 7 or 8. The thing I remember most vividly about the boy was the extremely empty, pale look on his face. On top of that, he wasn't even eating. He kind of just sat there watching what I assumed to be his dad. At one point, the guy gets up and grabs the boy's hand, and eventually they come to us. The man starts to ask Ashton if he had any spare cash on him. While he was talking to Ashton, the boy looks at me and stares at me with eyes open wide as possible. I'll admit, It was a bit creepy, but what he said next made me want to puke. That's not my dad. I have been kidnapped. Please help me. My blood turned to ice as I heard him say that. The man then looked at the boy and then at me, and with that they left out the McDonald's, as I knew that he caught on to my suspicion. Ashton and his girlfriend seemed to catch on as well, and I immediately dialed 911. I explained everything to the operator and gave her a description of the man and the boy. They came, but nothing ever became of it. A few weeks later, I was watching the news, and there was a missing child report that came on. When I saw who the missing child was, I nearly screamed. It was the same kid at the McDonald's. They unfortunately found his body by a canal not
man. What?
far from my house.
Yeah, like he literally could have helped him, bro. Instead of calling 911, you should have went after the guy.
And at that point, I knew that the man had something to do with this. Apparently, he had been missing for well over 6 months, and police have been searching for him ever since the day he'd gone missing. They aren't sure as to how he died, but the news said that he had died due to dehydration, which I found very false. Ever since that day, I feel so helpless and heartbroken for that boy.
And then they got the sign behind him saying, "I'm loving it."
They're like Dora.
Yeah, dude.
Are truly some messed up people in this world that do horrible things. I hope you could use my story to create awareness as to how these things happen all too often, and how you could take action to help make the world a better place.
That wasn't scary. That wasn't horror. That was sad. You know what I mean? Because this guy, he could have literally helped that kid, bro. Like, that's not something that I'm going to take lightly. You know?
Then he could at least give him a 2-piece, like, straight to the jaw. Like,
something, like, real quick, like, pom, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, it's like people don't feel like want to put themselves in danger to help other people, but whatever. Anyways, you guys, that's it for the True McDonald Horror Stories animated. I am Ankh.
I'm Neph.
We're gonna catch you guys on the next video. Oh, wait. Make sure you guys comment, subscribe, and leave us a thumbs up on this video. Let us know what type of content you guys want us to bring to you, and we'll definitely get to it. Earn yourself a shout out if we pick your idea, and we'll put you across the screen, or actually across the screen as well. All right? See you guys on the next video. Peace.